We meet baby Sonic on his home planet where he is the fastest and asked to keep this a secret. An owl named Longclaw took care of him and raised him and asks Sonic to be safe and careful in future. Suddenly they are attacked by a Echidna tribe and Longclaw flies from there, but is injured by an arrow. She opens a portal with help of magic rings and asks Sonic to travel there and be safe and stay hidden. Sonic goes through portal and Longclaw fights echidnas and the portal closes, and Sonic is on Earth. 10 years pass and we meet Officer Tom, who is local sheriff, and Sonic plays with him and teases him. Tom doesn't see Sonic but gets a high-speed reading on his gun and goes to check it and see something. He finds Sonic's hair and leaves, and Sonic saves a tortoise and comes back to his cave and spends time there. He exercises, plays and read comics, and says he can go to New Planet with mushrooms if he is danger. He now lives in Green Hills and observes people like Tom and his wife Maddie and has fun with people. He secretly watches movie with Tom and feels lonely, and one day Tom gets a letter from San Francisco. He has been selected as police officer there and they are happy, and Maddie plans to go look for house. Tom decides he will join and do real police work and practices his speech, and Sonic sees a baseball game. He feels sad as he has no friend and at night plays baseball with himself and gets angry and runs fast. His running causes an electromagnetic pulse, which causes power outage, and Wade gets many calls. He calls Tom, who asks him to not worry and call power company, and he sees Sonic's hair is glowing. All military persons hold a meeting to discuss this, and Walter suggests they need a specialist for this. He suggests Robotnik's name, but others don't agree, but he convinces them since there is no choice. We meet Robotnik, who comes in his big bus and says he is in charge now and releases his drones. They look like eggs, and we come to know Robotnik is super genius, and he sends drones to search. The drones search everywhere and one finds Sonic's footprint, and Robotnik scans it and finds no reference. He says this belongs to someone outside Earth, and Sonic sees the military and decides to leave Earth. He packs his stuff and decides to use rings, but hears the drones coming and leaves, and Tom gets a call. Maddie calls and says she is looking for new house, and Tom hears some noise outside and sees garbage. He thinks it's raccoons and takes his tranquilizer gun, and Sonic has come here to use his ring safely. Tom comes and spots Sonic, and they both get scared, and Tom uses his gun on Sonic, and he sees Tom's shirt. He drops the ring and reads San Francisco, and the portal opens and Sonic falls, and bag of rings fall down. They land on building and portal closes, and Tom puts Sonic in cage, and comes to know hair belongs to him. Sonic wakes up and says he needs his help and has to get back his rings to escape from Earth and be safe. Tom comes to know he is an alien and surprised to see Sonic talk, and they hear Robotnik's band outside. Sonic asks to hide and says it's a matter of life and death, and Tom agrees, and Sonic is unable to walk. Tom hides him in attic, and Robotnik scans the area and meets Tom and lies and says he is from Powerhouse. He wants to go in and scan the house, but Tom refuses, and Robotnik sends his mini drones secretly inside. They start scanning and Sonic hides, and Robotnik argues with Tom to let him go in and drones scan area. They are about to find Sonic when he rolls down, and Robotnik hears a noise and forcefully goes inside. They see a raccoon eating cake, but Robotnik sees the glowing hair and calls his drone to scan the area. Robotnik threatens Tom to stop lying, and Sonic comes out of hiding, and Tom punches Robotnik. The drone starts firing and they hide, and Sonic attacks the drone, and Tom hits drone with a plate. Tom takes Sonic and they run from there in his car, and Stone comes and finds Robotnik, who wakes up. He says they need to find Sonic and study his power and take his hair, and Sonic tells Tom about himself. He says he needs the ring to leave this world, but Tom doesn't believe him and asks him to leave. Sonic goes but comes back and says it's Tom's fault he lost the rings and asks for help, and Tom agrees. Later, Tom arrives at gas station and decides to call Wade, and Sonic sees a party happening and gets excited. Wade tells Tom some government people are here and asking for him, and Robotnik takes the call. He says he will find Tom and punish him for hitting him, but Tom cuts the call and makes him more angry. Tom sees Sonic is missing and goes in bar and finds him enjoying and asks to leave, but Sonic asks to stay. Tom agrees, and Sonic makes a list of things he wants to do before leaving and feels sad he has less time. Tom says he will help him, and they dance and play games and enjoy a lot, and Sonic teases some men also. He starts a fight with them, which causes everyone in his bar to start fighting, and a big fight starts. Sonic uses super speed to do small changes and tie everyone, and we see all fall down and fight stops. They run towards their car and quickly escape from there and arrive at a motel to spend the night. Sonic is happy to have so much fun that he destroys the room also and wishes to stay on Earth more. Sonic sleeps, and Tom sees he wants to make a friend and sees news where he is declared a terrorist. Robotnik interviews bar people about Tom and tracks his car, and Sonic asks Tom what is on his list. Tom says he wants to do real police work and he is moving soon, and Sonic is angry on him for leaving. Sonic says people of Green Hills really like him and call him even for small work and he shouldn't leave. Robotnik activates his robots and send a car after Tom, which shoots a harpoon on his car and pulls it. Sonic gets charged and rolls in a ball of electricity and crashes in car and destroys it and feels happy. Robotnik activates another small car which comes out and throws disc which short-circuits cars. Sonic rides the discs and takes one to destroy the car itself, and Robotnik sends another robot. Tom takes a rod and tries to hit it, and Sonic drives the car, and Tom hits the robot and destroys it. Robotnik sends a small robot which shoots laser and destroys the car roof, and Sonic tries to destroy it. The robot sticks on Sonic, and Tom even tries to remove it, but it blasts and injures Sonic and he falls. Tom checks and sees he is alive, and Robotnik is angry as they have managed to escape and sees something. He sees the hair glowing and it is power, and Tom brings Sonic to his sister-in-law Rachel's house. They are angry on him and ask why he is on wanted list, and the dog pulls blanket and they see Sonic. Robotnik does some tests on hair and does some dance in happiness and sees it has unlimited power. Maddie checks Sonic, and Jojo sees his shoes are all torn and they have tied Rachel to keep her quiet. They use smelling salts, and Sonic wakes up and runs fast, and Maddie asks who Sonic is and what is he doing. Tom tells her about Sonic and how he is helping him, and Jojo gives new shoes to Sonic and he is happy. They take Rachel's car and drive to the building, and Sonic drives and says they need key to access the roof. Tom uses his police badge and goes in building and lies that he is here to catch a jumper from roof. He is given the access card, and they have Sonic hiding in a bag, and they go to the lift to go above. Sonic talks too much, and other people get scared and go away, and they reach the roof, and Sonic comes out. He goes and gets his ring bag and says it's time for him to leave by using the ring and says goodbye. Sonic says sorry for being angry on Tom for leaving Green Hills and wishes he could also stay here. He prepares his ring and throws it to open portal, but the drones come and stop it, and all are scared. They are surrounded by many drones, and Robotnik comes in a plane and asks to hand over Sonic. Tom refuses, and Robotnik powers his plane with the hair and prepares for a powerful attack. Sonic tells Tom not to worry and says he has a plan and pushes them down the building. Even Robotnik is surprised seeing this, and he launches many rockets on Sonic while Tom is falling. Sonic uses super speed and dodges the rockets, and Robotnik prepares to fire a big weapon. Sonic slides down the building wall, and Robotnik prepares his attack and fires a laser on Sonic. Sonic loses balance and falls down and sees he won't be able to save Tom and Maddie in time. He prepares his ring and catches it and throws it down to open a portal, and they fall in portal and are saved. Sonic destroys the drones and lands on ground, and Robotnik prepares for another attack. Sonic gets up and goes in super speed, and Robotnik chases him through the city, trying to kill him. Sonic keeps dodging the deadly laser attacks and uses his ring to open new portals to escape him. He travels to France, China, and even visits the pyramids in Egypt and makes a sandstorm with his speed. Robotnik is caught in storm and unable to see, and Sonic makes a new portal and goes back to Green Hills. Robotnik follows him and sees Sonic is tired and says the fight is over, and Tom sees this and uses the ring. He makes a portal behind Robotnik's plane and attacks him, and they both start fighting each other. Robotnik pushes Tom out of plane and asks why he is helping, and other citizens also join the fight. They see Sonic is badly injured and not moving, and Robotnik says it's over, but Tom refuses to listen. Tom says he is not leaving and says Sonic is his friend, and this is also his home, and Sonic wakes up. He gets full charged with electricity and says he is going to protect his friends and home, and gets ready. He launches multiple attacks on Robotnik and destroys his plane and asks Tom to throw a ring. Tom throws the ring and opens a portal, and Sonic attacks and pushes him into Mushroom Planet. The portal closes and Sonic and Tom do a high-five, and Tom gives the rings back to Sonic, and they are happy. Tom decides to stay back in Green Hills, and later they repaint their house, and Walters come to see them. He tells them to be quiet about Robotnik and gives them a food coupon and tells Sonic they have a surprise. They take him to attic and tell them he can live here now, and they have brought all this stuff from cave. Sonic is happy and decides to live with them, and we see Robotnik has gone mad and shaved his head. He is stuck in Mushroom Planet and vows to get back and get revenge, and has Sonic's hair with him. Later we see a new portal open and another Hedgehog tails come and fly toward Sonic.